There's a chap fairly recently who had cause to visit Bristol. Quite a family emergency, if I'm honest. The problem he had, because he was unaware of Bristol and what was going on, he didn't know about the clean air zone, living hundreds of miles away, or a TAF as he referred himself as. He ended up copping a fine. Well, of course he wasn't taking it lying down. He's done an awful lot of research on this subject, forwarded it to me in dribs and drabs, and I have another update. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing alright. I'm not too bad. I hope you've had a good weekend. Let me know what you got up to in the comments and that you're all well. That's the main thing. Thank you everybody for the support for the channel, by the way. We've had some good growth over the weekend, so it's really great to see. And welcome to all the new subscribers and to the old and existing ones. Thank you for continuing to do what you do as well. Make sure you're still subscribed. Well, this chap messaged me a little while back and said that he'd been fined for driving into Bristol to go and visit a dying relative. Fairly sickening, alone before you go into anything else. Obviously living hundreds of miles away, he didn't know anything about it. And he's been appealing and fighting and finding out different bits and pieces. Well, he sent me some information which I've released videos on before. And the latest information he sent me is really, should this clean air zone be over the whole of Bristol, or just a bit of it, or none of it at all? It's pretty eye-opening, and I'll read it to you and see what he says. Okay, bit more digging done on Bristol Caz, CAZ, clean air zone. The nitrogen dioxide hotspots are indicated to be concentrated in the built-up areas of the city. The clean air stretch is from Hotwells Road to Brunel Way, a distance of around 2 miles, shown in red. And you'll notice already I've put a map of the area up so you can see what's going on. And I'll leave that up for the duration of this email. This stretch runs outside the built-up area. In fact, it's around 1.5 to 1.8 miles outside the city centre, and was found to have levels of nitrogen dioxide well below the minimum levels required to implement a clean air zone. In addition, it seems that weather affects the concentrations. In particular, winds disperse it, and sunshine converts nitrogen dioxide to water and oxygen. This 2-mile cash cow runs through the Avon Gorge, away from built-up areas, and no doubt with sea breezes wafting up the gorge. In fact, much of it is quite green. This portion of the A4 should not have been included in the CAZ at all. It's a scam. P.S. 90,000 Bristolians were contacted by post to inform them of the implementation of this cash grab. Not so the people outside of Bristol who would be travelling to the airport. All the best. Well, you can see from there that they've just taken a blanket approach. We're going to shove the thing all over, and they've not taken into consideration anything whatsoever to do with levels of nitrogen dioxide in various places. And people go into the airport, as he rightly says. I've not been there for years. I have been there, mind you. Just get completely caught out, as he did, and I'm sure there will be more information. Do you live in Bristol? Do you have anything else to add about it? Any inside juicy gossip? Let me know in the comments below. Drop me an email. I'll see you shortly with one more. Toodaloo.